Guys, welcome to Excel tutorial channel again, and in this video we will discuss various sum formulas in Excel. So the word sum sounds very basic to you, I can understand that, but this is not only about the sum, but the idea behind this video is to discuss various methods to calculate the sum, not just 1 2 3 plus like that, but we will discuss how to counter those cells in which you got the error but still you want to perform the sum towards it. Also, you can also add the nth row of your rows with some custom functions and much more. So keep watching this video because it's gonna be a great value. So keep watching the video because it's gonna add great value to your daily Excel life. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do it, because in the upcoming months we will discuss basics to advanced tips in every function videos. So let's get started. So this is the basic you can say data just for the demonstration purposes, and if you want to download this sheet you can also do that by going to the description box, and there you got the link. So the very basic way to calculate the sum is your footer bar here. So how to do that? Just click, suppose you want to add all the amount of the transactions, so you just need to select all the range here. So after the select the range, you get the idea here how much sum is there. So it's $2,015. You can also add custom values to it. If you haven't watched that footer analysis video, you can do that, because I have explained how to add custom functionality here based on your workarounds. So what we gonna do in this video? So this is the very basic. So if you want to calculate some part of your transactions, like, hey, give me the total of first week of February. So first week will be the 1st to 7th, and if you just click on like that only, and you can say yes, you can give the sum verbally to anyone. Also, if you want to do the selected parts here like this, and you can also do that, and you can get the sum here. So it's very basic. If you don't want to include any functions here, so it's get very easy. But if you want to do the sum and want to include in your worksheets, and then you can use the sum function and select the range, and after selecting the range you get the answer. Also, it's very basic. Also, there is another way to calculate the sum, like if you want to just select some specific cell, you can also do that here. Just press the control here and then press the control here, and here you go, you got the 580, just like that. And similarly, if I just close it down here, these are the values of just like 10 values which we can browse with the help of our mouse. But if you want to sum all the values in that column, you can also do that with the same function, but just select all the column here and close it down. Here you got the $2,015. It's as simple as that. So also, you don't need to add this sum function, but you can also do it without entering the sum function, as you can assume, or you can find it by yourself, like here with the plus operator. Just add the plus sign here, add the plus sign here, and here, and you get the sum of those three values. Right, you can do that easily. I know this is very basic and you don't need that to be taught. So next will be the auto sum function. So auto sum, what is auto sum? Suppose you have just entered these loads of data here. These are just the nine entries here. So if you have thousands of entries, you cannot select each and every the cells. So what you're gonna do is just go to the home and click on the auto sum, and it give you the idea from which values to which value. Okay, so I have got like B2 to B10, and if I just click on that, and you get the sum without entering formula and without using your keyboard. So it's as easy as that. So these are the very basic stuff. If you are that much newbie, you can you just learned something new, I know. Next will be, suppose if you want to calculate or sum every third row. Keep this in mind because this is gonna be a little tricky. Suppose you want to find out the sum of every third day of your month. So what are the every third day of the month? So this will be the 30221, right? And then 6th of February and 9th of February. So number of transactions we have here is 9. Suppose you have thousands of entries and you want to calculate only the third day of sale or amount. So how you gonna do that? For that, this is just the example. You can find any type of any nth number. What does the nth number means? Suppose this is the nth number. So if I say second number, okay, it will be second, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so if I say every fourth sale, what will the every fourth sale of the month? 4 and 8, 4 and 8, right? So that's why it's called sum of every nth row. So how are we gonna do that? It gets a little bit tricky, but to calculate it, let me show you the every step included in this. So first we're gonna do is we're gonna identify the row number here. Suppose if your row started from 1 2 2 3, then it's okay, but we have the header here with the name, amount and transactions. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the row function here and close it down just for the references. So here is the second row. It identifies the rows which these cells are. So this is the second row, and on the basis of these numbers we're gonna find or calculate the sum of every third day of our month, which is the February here. So how we gonna do that? We just found out what the row number only, but to get the every third day we need to find we need to identify the third row, or you can say the third day of every month. To do that, we will take the help of mod function. What are the mod function? Basically, if you are aware of the basic mathematical functions, so mod are like there's a number like 10, and if you divide by 3 that, and what will be the remainder? Remainder will be 1. See how the mod function will be calculated. If I just put it right here, what are the properties of mod? So mod have a number, okay, number like say 1 2 3 4, or you can say 10, like if 10, and divisor is 10 3. So what will be the remainder? To find the remainder we use the mod function. Why we gonna do that? We will go into that part also. So here we have this, right? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add the mod function. So we got the number here. Obviously the number will be the row number which we already defined here. So divisor, we want to find the sale of third of every month. So let's also include 3 here and click OK and apply it to all. So here what we got is we got 201 201. So we got the series. So there's a 2 remainder here for the first part, okay, and second day we got the 0 remainder here, and for the third day we got the 1 remainder. What we need is we need the values of what cells? 3rd, 6th and 9th. So what are the common in between these? We have a common value is 1 here. So we're gonna use this 1 to find the sum of these 3 values. So how are we gonna do that? Let's get started. First we will include the sum function here. For the first number, what we're gonna do is just open the parenthesis and we're going to select all the amounts stated here. And for the criteria part, what we're going to do is we're going to do the enter the star symbol. It implies, or it gives the signal to Excel to we're going to start some criteria from this point. So next will be our mod function we have included or calculated earlier. So parenthesis will be start and mod, and here we got the row. For the row part, we will select all these 10 rows here. And what we're gonna do next is what are the second arguments of the mod function? Divisor, which is 3. And so now we're gonna, for the remainder part, okay, now we're gonna select the remainders. So which remainder will be ours to find out sum of every third day of amount? So it will be as 1. So we will just equal to 1, state that like that, and we will close the parenthesis and again, and here we go. So we got the 4 for 53. To recheck that, or what we're gonna do is we just click here all the 1 values here. We got here, yes, it's 453. That's how you gonna calculate the nth row or sum of the nth row, or you can say sum of every nth row. That's how you do it. if you want to find the sum of all the second day, or you can say here, right, what you're gonna do is, or you can say every third day started from the first one. Then how you gonna do that? The first one we have the 2 here, so we just gonna add the 2, and here we got the 998, all 2 values here, and if we cross check, yes, it's a 998. I hope you are able to understand this process, how to find, or you can say how to calculate sum of every nth row. So next will be the very easy part, so let me just delete this here. Next will be the, suppose you want to find sum of largest number. So how you gonna find the sum of largest number? Either you can just do like just select your data, input your filter function, and you can also do the ascending order, descending order, however you like, and just calculate all the 3 values. This is the very traditional method. But if you want to use the formula for it, it gets little complicated. But to counter those complications, I am here. So what you gonna do is, for the finding the first 3 largest values, or you can say finding first 2, 3 or 4 largest values, which formula we're gonna use is, we're gonna use larger function here first. So what we're gonna do, let's find out here, this comma, and in the brackets, let's say state me the first 3 largest numbers. So here we are, 544, 541, 246, 241. These 3 are the largest number from the array we have defined. So now we're gonna calculate the sum here. So now how to calculate the sum with the help of the large function? It's very easy. Let me sum. Okay, so number 1, obviously we're gonna put the large function here and select the array. After selection the array, we just state the first 3 here, and we will close the parenthesis for the large, and then for the sum function, and here we got the 1038. It's that simple. So this is how we're gonna sum the largest numbers. Now last criteria is, suppose you have got some errors in your worksheet, like here. So this is the count error sheet here, as you can see in the worksheet name. So we will use the same to count the sum of range, or you can say sum range with errors. So we have got these 3 errors here: reference error, division error, name error. And suppose if you want to calculate, these are just the 7 cells, you may have thousands of entries. So for that you may have incurred 1 or 2, or you can say hundreds of errors, but you want to calculate all non-errors values. How you gonna do that? So first let's evaluate it. For the evaluation, to identify, or you can say to mark an error, which functions we can use? In this worksheet, in this example, we will use if error. You can also use is error. It will give you the Boolean value. What are those values? Those are the true or false. But we're gonna use the logical error functions here. So here we're gonna select all the range here. So value if error. So if it gives us the value, what we're gonna put there is, either you can put the blank like this, or you can put the 0. Since we're gonna find the sum of these ranges, or you can say sum of this range, then we can put the 0 here and just close it down. So here we got what we got. We got all the values here. It give us the list of all the error with the, it will give the list of all the values with error replaced by 0. So only in this formula what we're gonna add is sum. Here we got to add the sum here, and we will close the parenthesis. So yes, we got the 405. If you want to counter it, or you can say cross check it, you can do it with simply selecting by this, and here you got the 405. Now next we will learn the cumulative sum in Excel. What is cumulative sum? Suppose the cumulative sum is to add first value with the second, and if third value comes, it will add it automatically. I know it sounds confusing, but let me give you an example. This is the same data we have. Suppose we have this sales data till 9th of February 2021, but obviously it's gonna change till the end of the month. Let's say 20th of February 2020 is our end of the sales period, and we just add here total sales, and we traditionally we add the sum here and select the range like we do, and it gives us the total here. Suppose this total is only until 9th of February 2021. Suppose if some value is added here like here, yeah, it will give you the total like this, and more if you add, it will give the total like this. Like if I add more and more automatically, if I drag here, and it will give the total of till 20th of February. But if you want to know the cumulative sum on each day, like this will give you the total sum only, but it won't give you, for example, let me write that again, right? So this will give you the total amount of sale from 1st February to 20th of February. Let's say if I write it down here and there, and similarly you got all the sales of the month and you got the total. But if you want to know how much were the sale till 9th of February, how you gonna do that? Traditionally you go with this way, right? But with the cumulative sum, or you can say running total, you can do it easily. How you gonna do that? So let me erase whatever the values I have put here. So in this, let me tell you cumulative sum. So for that, basically how we gonna do that? We want Excel to here, usually how we deal with the sum of ranges, that's how we do it, right? But if we drag into it to other rows, it will give you the same answer. It won't add up with the previous value. How we gonna do that? It's simple, because for that we need to define a constant value. What is the constant value? Suppose we need to define the first number, which is 201, to be constant here. To define a value constant, or you can say lock a value, how we gonna do that? You just select here. If you have watched my previous videos in my channel, you got to know how we do it. We just select this value and press F4, and it will lock. The first value will be locked, and you can click here. You got the 201, and if we drag it down here like this, you get the total 2015 till 9th of February. See, if I mouse over to each and every here, it will give me all the value here, but it also give me an error. Formula omits adjacent cell. What does that mean? So if I just lock the B column and the next row only, which is true, if I do that here and drag it down to here, we got here all the answers here, right? But if I drag it down to all cells, it will give me the same answers here, right? So if I add like 120 here, and it will add the 213 here, and same like this, it will change periodically. But also you don't want it to to make it more readable to your users or to your Excel reader. What we're gonna do is let it be. We don't want to show the formula here, not the value here, because 2015 we know, but I know in upcoming time it will change. But with the help of if formula, we're gonna erase this. How we gonna erase this? We will use the if formula and not equal to criteria here. How we gonna do that? With the help of if function. So we have the logical test here, but for the logical test, what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this to be not equal to blank. It should be equal to something, right? And sum here. If value is true, then give me the sum. If value is false, then give me nothing. Here if I enter like this, oh sorry, so I have edited a wrong cell. Okay, let it be. Let me put again here. We will do the sum. Logical, what will be the logical test? The B2 should not be equal to blank. If value is true, then give me the sum. If value is false, then don't give me anything. So here, now I will apply to all. So here the formula is applied, but it won't give me that same number again and again. It will only give if I enter a number here, let's say 120. So it will only give our number if this value is filled with some number, or you can say some sales amount. Hope you got to know how we can do the cumulative sum here in the Excel, or you can say running total. Hope you understand all the workarounds of some functions in Excel. If you have found something useful in this video, do like this video. If you have some questions in mind right now, then do let us know in the comments below. Or if you want to learn more about Excel, you can subscribe to our channel, because we're gonna explore each and everything about Excel and ease your daily Excel life. Hope to see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.